The stock engine is an online stock analysis tool that users can use to first screen stocks and then do a detailed fundamental analysis. The users of the stock engine will also get a free mutual fund screener and a financial calculator. The stock engine is not just a reporting tool. It not only presents the past numbers in a nice way. What it actually does is stock analysis. It analyzes the stocks and then extracts of those analysis it presents in a form of a detailed report. When I say stock analysis, I do not mean only the financial ratio estimation. What it does is hosts of other critical calculations that any stock analysis app must do. The critical calculations are like intrinsic value estimation, rendering of overall score, peer analysis, trend analysis, etc. The highlight of this fundamental analysis tool is how it calculates the intrinsic value, compares it with the current price, and show to the users that whether the stock is undervalued or overvalued. The second highlight of this tool is the overall score estimation. Let's talk about the stock screener. What makes the stock screener of Stock Engine unique is the presence of GMR score. What is this GMR score? The stock engine has a multiple stock screening themes. What are these screening themes? The screening themes can be a list of low P stocks, a list of undervalued stocks, a list of highly profitable stocks, a list of fast growing stocks. These are the themes. GMR score is the theme specific scoring algorithm. Based on the type of theme that you have selected, this GMR score will analyze the list of stocks based on the specific theme, and then it will give a rating to the stock on the scale of 1 to 100. There are two types of scores in the stock engine. First is the overall score, and second is the GMR score. Overall score is a big algorithm. What it does, it analyzes the complete business of the company based on 6 parameters. But this GMR score, it is a theme specific score. Suppose you want to know a list of companies whose business is very profitable. So this GMR score will do the analysis of the profitability aspect only. What a user can do in the stock screener, first of all, they should pick a preferable pre-built screener of their choice, and once they click on that pre-built screener, a list of stock will open, and in that list of stocks they will have parameters like GMR score and overall score and other financial parameters of the stock to compare those numbers, and the stock that you find attractive, you can see the detailed report. How to see the detailed report? The detailed report can be seen by clicking in the hyperlink that is available on the stock's name. This stock engine has been designed mainly to estimate the intrinsic value of the stocks. The intrinsic value estimation is done using several financial and mathematical models. The financial models can be discounted cash flow model, residual income model, absolute P model, net current asset value model, Ben Graham's model. So these financial models are used to estimate the intrinsic value. We have also used some mathematical models where the price trend and the trend of the P of the company is used to estimate the intrinsic value. Once the stock engine algorithm calculates individual intrinsic value based on these models, what it does is then extracts all these intrinsic value and present it to the user as a single number. You will not see multiple intrinsic values on the stock page. What you will see is a single intrinsic value, and then you can use that intrinsic value to compare with the current price to judge if the stock is undervalued or overvalued. The overall score rendering is also another critical aspect of the stock engine. The overall score is judged based on studying the past 10 years data. 10-year data is studied, and then a stock is rated in the scale of 1 to 100. To score a stock, the overall business of the company is studied. Hence, we named it as the overall score. How the overall business is studied? It's studied based on 6 parameters. The 6 parameters are growth, profitability, financial health, quality of management, economic moat that we can also call as competitive advantage, and finally the price. The scores on all these 6 fronts are presented in a spider diagram. Why spider diagram? Because this spider diagram highlights the strong and weak points of a company. Suppose you are studying a company whose quality of management is excellent. So what you will see that in the spider diagram, it will score very high points on the quality of management. But suppose the same stock is very overvalued. So you will see a low score on the price front. This type of deep analysis is possible using spider diagram. It not only deeply analyze the stock, but it also make it very understandable for the users. The peer analysis module is another interesting module of the stock engine. What it does that it groups stocks doing similar kind of business. The idea of this peer analysis is to highlight to the user that if there are some other companies doing the same kind of business but they are better, how to know that if the company is better? We will compare it on the basis of revenues, on the basis of profit, on the basis of price earning ratio, and also on the basis of overall score. It is an investor's curiosity to analyze the past numbers of their company. But when we are seeing the past numbers, looking only at the standalone numbers is not so useful. Instead, what we can do that if we have a tool that can show the trend, if the revenues are growing in the last 10 years, if the profits are growing in the last 10 years, if the debt is coming down in the last 10 years, how this kind of analysis is possible when we see a trend chart. So the stock engine presents you the trend chart. You can use this trend chart to judge if it is a growing company, if it is a declining company. The trend analysis study gives an excellent first-hand impression about a company. How many stocks are there in the stock engine? In a Bombay Stock Exchange, we have more than 5,000 stocks. But in the stock engine, the list of stocks that are included are limited. For stock screener, we have around 1200 stocks. And for a detailed fundamental analysis, there are around 900 plus stocks. I know all stocks are not included for analysis. But remember, all those 5,000 stocks that are there in the Bombay Stock Exchange, they are not worth analyzing. What we have done that we have handpicked good stocks and included them in the list. How to use this stock engine? I will tell you how I use it. Step 1, go to the stock screener segment. In the stock screener segment, you will find 2 types of screeners. First is a screener and second is a pre-built screeners. The big screener you can use to filter stocks based on your parameters. But if you do not want to filter stocks like that, then use the pre-built screeners. There are multiple pre-built themes there. Select your own screening theme, click on the screening theme, and what you will see is a list of stocks. And in the list of stocks, you can see parameters like intrinsic value, overall score, GMR score, and other financial parameters. Study those financial parameters, and the stock that looks interesting, click on the hyperlink and the detailed stock page will open. And once that detailed page is open, you can study its intrinsic value, you can study its overall score using the spider diagram, you can do the peer analysis, you can do the trend analysis, and you can also see the financial ratios. If you do not want to access your stocks through the screeners, you can also use the search bar. Search for your stock and directly the detailed stock page will open. The stock engine gives no investment advice, but it gives the first impression about a company. And based on this first impression, an informed decision can be taken. I hope you will like using this stock engine. If you want to subscribe, please go to the product page and subscribe to the stock engine.